I wanted to take a minute to remind the membership about the upcoming rally this week in Dallas. Uh, it's evident by last week's proposal that was given to us by the company that either they're not taking us seriously, meaning the membership, the frustration, the aggravation, and quite honestly, the lack of respect in what they presented, not only to the bargaining team, but to you, the employees and the membership that work for American Airlines is just beyond comprehension. I've seen a lot of back and forth about why don't we put out the information or show the membership. And to be perfectly honest with you, that may happen here in the not too distant future. Those are decisions that will ultimately still need to be made. But we got the proposal so late in the day that, quite honestly, we're still going through the whole totality of it. But from the areas that most people would look into to see how we fared or what was presented to us against the industry, to say that anything in there would be best in the industry would be a lie. I'll leave it at that. So we'll continue to work our end of the process, negotiations next week at the table, because that's where bargaining takes place, and that's how we'll get to the best contract in the industry. But Wednesday is a historic day. Our leadership will be there. I think it's imperative that the membership show up in force and show the company that we are serious about getting to an end with this negotiations, serious about how angry and frustrated we are about the length of time it's taken to get to a joint collective bargaining agreement. And most importantly, I want to emphasize this, and I think it's imperative. The fact that what they presented to us last week was so bad when you compare it to what United just recently had put in front of them. And when I say that, there's pieces of it that are good, and obviously, when I say good, right on the cusp of being the best. But other areas would decimate many of us as workers. In fact, sadly, there's a lot of areas where we just will never get to where they have proposed, at least in my mind, because it decimates what we are. Not any particular group, all groups in general would be in a place far worse than bankruptcy has led us. Yeah, there might be a little bit of money up front, but that money it pales in comparison to anything that follows. And when I say a little bit of money, I'm talking less than what, if you go and look, less than what others have put on the table elsewhere, meaning Southwest, and they're nowhere near an agreement either. But I think Southwest put in their last proposal a better compensation package on the table for the folks over there, and I fully understand their fight at Southwest, but our fight is with our company here, and sadly it is a fight. I'll close by saying, and I'll say it again, there's a lot of ways to negotiate, but there's collaborative negotiations and there's competitive negotiations. Quite honestly, with what was put on the table, we are engaged in a competitive negotiation. Nothing has changed. Some of these leaders seem to think this is still Northwest Airlines from where they originally came from, and they want to play the game they played over there. And I recommend the membership take what I'm about to say very seriously. That's a dangerous road for them to go down, and we'll do what we need to do to make sure that at the end of the day, we achieve the best contract for the membership that I represent, and I'm sure the rest of the negotiating committee feels the same way. Appreciate you taking the time. Remember, Wednesday's a historic day for us. We need to show up in force in Dallas, and as we move this through the rest of the system, and we will, because that's the road the company's taking us down, we need to send a clear and loud message with the support of all other unions that this type of bargaining and this type of activity will not be tolerated at American, not be tolerated with our work group, not be tolerated with the rest of the work groups, because it's just simply disgusting what we're going through right now. I understood in bankruptcy that they take us down a road. I understood in 2003 when they came to us and begged for concessions that they took us down that road. They're making billions of dollars today, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's disgusting what was presented to us as a concessionary package to take away so many things for the future of the people that work at this company, um, of epic proportion. And outsourcing, you ain't seen nothing yet in outsourcing by what they presented. And if you're comfortable in your job, you shouldn't be, because until we solidify an agreement that protects that, and they'll talk about protection, but really protects that, we have nothing. I thank you for your time. I appreciate your support. I know the negotiating team appreciates your support. And please just know, if you're available on Wednesday for a couple of hours, you being there makes a huge difference.